So your cousin said what about?
Well, my cousin tells me that, like my great-grandfather, or perhaps whatever, was in a Civil War Union regiment. This was the gun that he killed. She's unsure of the details, but she said she'd get back to him on that.
Well, for that reason alone, this should stay in the family. It should stay right in the family. And what you do have here, as you've learned from others at the show, is a Potsdam musket, originally built about 1809, 1810, for the German-Prussian army fighting Napoleon. And when the war was over, these went into storage and remained in storage until a new ignition system was developed beyond the flintlock. The flintlock was removed and a new lock mechanism was put in. This is the original flintlock plate here, though. And they updated it to accept a percussion cap for quick, faster ignition.
So all those rifles were refitted?
Yeah, most of them. Every now and then there were some that were forgotten about and stored somewhere, and they may have been found even in the 1970s or 80s in some storage facility that people had forgotten about, but very rare. And then when the American Civil War broke out, contractors were sent from the Union States and the Confederate States to Europe to buy up these surplus rifles, muskets, that everybody knew were over there. And the war here was going so fast and furious, indigenous industry here in North America couldn't produce weapons fast enough to arm the troops. So they thought, we'll buy them from the Europeans who've already got them ready to go. And the North Federal sent people over there to buy all they could to arm militia and state units here in the North, and also to prevent the Southerners from being able to buy these, keep them away from the Southerners. The Southerners did buy some, but a lot were prevented from reaching their army. And then after the Civil War, many of the fellas were obliged and allowed to take these home with them, where they would use them as shotguns, and or as a memento of their service in the war. Back in those days, there was a different deal as far as gun ownership was concerned.
Well, Floyd, New York, up there by Rome.
Oh yes, yeah.
A number of years ago, they put up a memorial park there by the firehouse.
Yes, yeah.
Moulton.
Oh, that's one of the names of...
That's my name.
Okay.
And that original Stephen Moulton was my great.
Who was in that unit?
He was a colonel with Washington and founded the town.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then, for the next 100 years or so, they kind of ran the town. And the house, the original
Floyd house, the General Floyd house.
It's not that house, but the house that the family moved into back around 1850 or so. It was a house that I was very familiar with. My aunt lived there, and it's still there. So this gun was in that house.
Wow.
And when my aunt got old, she just gave it to me.
Yeah, right. Well, it's your responsibility now to keep it and pass it on to somebody you feel will maintain it for the family history. Your obligation.
No, I'm so glad I ran into it.
Well, that's pretty neat. Yeah, Hatfield 36 caliber. It's got a straight barrel on it. Not a, what do you call it, a swamped or tapered or
No.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it's got a, yeah, got a Lehigh type stock on it. What are you looking to do with this one?
He wants to sell it for 600. It's a friend of mine.
I see. You're selling it for him.
Yeah.
Well, this is the place to do it.
He fell out of a tree stand, so he can't come here.
Oh boy.
He's hurt.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's quite an item, Brian. What can you tell me about it?
Well, I thought it was German, possibly World War II, off of a hubcap of a staff car. And it turns out it's off a hubcap of a car, but a 1916 U.S.-made car that went out of business in 1916.
I'll be darned.
Their symbol was the swastika, and it meant good luck to the car company. And the company was KRIT, or was the name of the company. Crit was the brand name of the car.
It's a good thing that the swastika didn't bring good luck to the Nazis.
Yeah, it didn't bring good luck to the car company.
Yeah.
They only lasted a couple years.
Well, now that's a truly interesting and outstanding item. It's a piece of Americana.
That looks like it's German, but it's not.
That can. Hey, Mac. I was all excited about that can. I got over there. That's how you guys gotta get around the machine. I have plans to make a model that's really fire. Great can.
Really beautiful.
Especially English. It's been clean. It's been clean. Oh, you can make a little. It's probably worth. Just what that's worth. Believe it or not.
Totally Spensaken.
I mean, if I had
Here we have a wonderful pair of dueling pistols,
put $9.95.
percussion cap,
Yeah, I would go up
with virtually all of the accessories still with it. And just a wonderful, wonderful piece of
This is not.
early 1830s, 1840s or so French workmanship. Very rare.
You had to buy that. I would put that. Listen, you have to only up for I'd still the coffee. You gotta turn it. You make a little more. The TV camera.